Hi traders, this is Mike Hamilton here, and it's the 29th of August, and I want to talk to you about the week ahead. This is the dollar index on the weekly chart. So you can see here from early November last year we had the move right up to the 90 area, natural pullback to the play zone, bottom of the play zone here, 38.2% retracement, and looking for this to bust up through here. At the moment we are very sideways. We've had 2 weeks of sideways action. Big buyers bar three weeks back, but on Friday we closed just below the previous week's open, so we can't get through here. Very sideways. I think on the daily, I'm still looking for this to resume its upward trend. This is the 200-day moving average here. Got the 20-day moving average just breaking through it. I think this doji here could mean we're going to just break up. So we've had this move up through the 50 EMA, back down. We had a doji off the 20 and the 200. I now think we could break up here, but for confirmation I need a close above 83.2. Otherwise we could just see a lot of action, a lot of sideways action again this week between the 50 and the 200. But a close either side of this, particularly a close below the 50 or close above this 61.8 here, will be the decider. So where are we likely to go with the equity markets? Well, this is the S&P 500 weekly chart. There's the shoulder, the head and the shoulder. You can see we had a big move to the downside until early last year. There's the recovery to the top of the fibs play zone. There's the retest at the bottom of the fibs play zone, and we couldn't get through the 50% on this attempt to break to the upside. But that's a reversal bar below the 50-day moving average. I think the most likely scenario is we will come up and retest this trend line resistance. If we fail at that point, I think we could then start to see the move through this 1000 mark back down to the lows, and who knows, possibly even lower. But short term, I think we will get at least a retest of all this major resistance up here at 1075, which will be the 20 EMA, and possibly even a retest of 1085. But further into October, a retest of this area up here at 1100 before the possible move to the downside, or a close above here and a move to the upside. But short term, just looking for a lot of volatility up to the 1086 area. Look at the gold. Came off, a lot of resistance up here at 1245, a lot of history up here. We closed above it, but look at this, we still open and close above the 80 EMAs. It's still very strong. A close below the 8, and look for these hesitant bars to act as reversal bars and to see a move to the downside. This could be a head and shoulder, head and shoulder action. However, if we close above 1245, I think we will retest 1270 very quickly, and possibly so a close above there, and we could be heading up to 1430. I think with that dollar about to resume an uptrend and the bonds holding, I think the safe havens are going to be the dollar and the bonds, and I think the gold could sell off. These are very hesitant bars, but it's a difficult call. It's just sideways action. If you're not in it, don't trade it. If you're in it, just manage your stop, keep your stop 2 bars back, and see if we can break above 1245. Oil, we had a retest of the 71.71 area, which I talked about in the last video. 3 days of buying. I think we'll see a retest of 72.31, at which point I think the dollar will resume its uptrend, and this will resume, oil will resume its downtrend. Let's move across to equity. As you know, I've talked a lot about this Aussie yen. We had a big move to the downside on the 24th. I hope you locked in profits at that stage. At least put your stop to 75.40. This is moving up with the strength in the equities that we saw on Friday, and I think a close above 77.28. We're going to retest the 200. I think that is likely as we see some follow through from Friday on the equity market, but at that point I think this could roll over. But just looking for leads in the equity markets on this one, not trading at the moment, just standing aside. Pounds on the weekly chart, very indecisive. Open and closed on the 200 EMA. Sorry, that's the 50 EMA. Open and closed. So really sideways action. Had a retest of the 20 on the weekly, and we just really moved sideways. Let's have a look at it on the daily. So here we are coming off the 50 EMA on the daily and closed just on the 20 EMA here, and a retest of the 200 here. So the 200 and the 50 could well cross. To some extent the pound is being seen as a short-term safe haven because of the strength in the GDP figures and retail sales. However, it's very indecisive. I suggest, let's have a look at the trend line here. So if we can close above this fifth zone and the 20 EMA up here at 155.60, we could really break out very strongly here. However, I think we're going to flat for the coming week, particularly the early part of the week. I think we'll move underneath this trend line here, and if we can get the move to the upside in the dollar that I'm expecting, then I look for the pound to roll over. However, I have to say, these are last 2 days are buyers bars. Sorry, Wednesday, Thursday are buyers bars. Friday was sell off and then a complete rebound. So very tough. But if we can get a close, even if we get a close above 155.43 on Monday, particularly 155.62, then if we're breaking out of this area here, this pound could be very strong, very strong. Massive resistance at 156. A lot of price action here, a lot of history. But let's see how we go. A lot of moving averages here. Could just get a lot of chop. So I'm just standing aside on a swing trade basis here and looking at 240 minute and 60 minute time frames. So trading it intraday but not touching it on. Pound CAD looks like a double top drop here. Not trading it because of all this congestion here. I will start to trade it if we start breaking through these moving averages and we can break below this trend line resistance. US dollar CAD. Last video talked about this pullback here, which we got. So we got a nice move to the upside, but then we're selling off. So it's a reversal bar on a 8-day moving average. So short term, expecting this to come back and retest the 50 EMA. Otherwise, not trading it because of the massive congestion there. US dollar yen. Not trading it. Does look as if it wants to retest the 50 EMA. Euro pound. Not trading it. Does look like a bottoming pattern, but very limited range and no clear signal. Euro US. I would look to see if I can get a short off this area here. Massive resistance at 128, but we had 3 days of buying last week. Close above this area, close above 128, and I would buy a pullback to try and get it to 132. If we sell off here, I would wait for this to bounce off this area of resistance here, and then buy a pullback to the short side. Euro yen. Not touching it. Euro CAD. I like Euro CAD a lot. This looks to me as if this is a lower high, and I'm waiting for a 50 EMA set up to the short side on Euro CAD. This looks like a nice lower high. As soon as we get below these moving averages, I will short that one. Aussie US. Wow. A pullback to 89.54. And I will go long on this one.